and the dinghy started taking on quite a bit of water. Our feet were in a good 2 or 3 inches of water in the dinghy. Let's go in here. Whoa, look at this. We've got a lot of water in here. We have a lot of water in here.
I've been 20 miles.
I just couldn't say no to it. I don't know what else to say. So I said, yes, I'll make a video of it. So kind of sold out on that one. There's all my safety stuff. This, oh, I forgot to mention, it's an AIS. So Stoked is getting AIS. I'm super stoked on that. You know, especially the dinghy, my dumb mistakes on that. Hello sailors, my name's Andy and this is my wife Misty. A few years ago we bought an old neglected sailboat for $3,500 and I've been working on it ever since. I literally learned how to sail on YouTube, but later we both took some lessons. I used to think that sailing was only for rich people. It's not. I used to also think that you had to sail around the world to have fun. You don't. Click subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and join us, and we'll show you how much fun you can have coastal cruising on a cheap sailboat. Welcome to Sailing Solé. Hello, welcome to Sailing Solé. My name is Andy, and in this video I'm just gonna show you a few things I've been up to, talk about a few other things. It's Memorial Weekend right now. Today's Sunday, and I just wanted to come and make a little video. I do have a little bit of a confession. I know that I haven't been putting out a lot of videos, but it's been tough for me to put out videos. Now, I don't want to sit here and complain on camera, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a little bit more simple videos for a little while. I really love making the adventure videos and trying to make them as cinematic and, you know, fun to watch as possible. But on my channel, it seems like people like to watch the auctions and the DIY stuff. So that's what I'm gonna stick to for now, for just a little while. I just gotta simplify things so that I can get the vigor back. And I'm not going anywhere. I just need a little break from, like, you know, hardcore editing. Anyways, so also I'm gonna be doing, I've had quite a few people contact me and ask if I want to try out some of their products. So I said yes. You know, some of this stuff, it's fun stuff. Most of it is boating related. There's a couple of things that are just kind of like gadgets that I thought would be fun to have, and I said sure, send it, let's check it out. So I'm going to be doing some product videos coming up real soon, and then just trying to make a little bit more simple video for now. But anyways, last night some of our friends came over and there we were hanging out. It was Saturday night and we were hanging out. We took the dinghy out for a ride, and the dinghy, my dinghy started literally, we were with the electric trolling motor, and the dinghy started taking on quite a bit of water. Our feet were in a good 2 or 3 inches of water in the dinghy. Now yesterday I brought the dinghy up, well, it was already on deck. I brought it up, I washed it with Dawn, you know, the foamy Dawn, and scrubbed the heck out of it because it had kind of sticky, and I was planning on painting it. But as I was doing that, I was noticing that, maybe I should go out there and show you. I was noticing that some of the stuff is delaminating on the dinghy. It's coming off, and I made the decision, and look, you can see how discolored it is around the edges, and that's from that's just from UV. And I also used some chemicals a long time ago to try to clean off that stickiness, and I think I just made it worse. So that's a mistake I made. Don't do that. Don't use chemicals on your dinghy. Just use soap and water. That's all you should use. Anyways, I started noticing that some of the stuff, let's go in here. Whoa, look at this. We've got a lot of water in here. But some of the stuff was delaminating like that. I think this is here. No, this one here, coming off. So I got quite a few things that are starting to come off. So when I was fixing the dinghy, I just decided when I was cleaning it, I was prepping it to paint, I was putting all of the blue tape on around all the edges, and I had bought that Total Boat inflatable paint for inflatable boats. I was kind of looking forward to using that. I'm sure a lot of people are curious about that, and I wanted to see if it would fix this. I mean, look at this, it's terrible. It's terrible. Anyway, because the dinghy was delaminating, I decided to scrap the paint job, and they're trying to use the dinghy, and they've been having a little trouble with that engine, but looks like they got it going. But I decided to scrap the idea of painting it because things are delaminating. It's just an old dinghy and it's probably time to replace it. But let me get out of here before I get wet. Ugh. But after I decided to scrap the idea, it was up here on the foredeck here, and I pushed it over here and pushed it out to use it for the weekend. And luckily, like the cleaning job, it had cleaned it pretty good, and the sides weren't as sticky as they were before, so it was kind of okay to use. But when I was pushing it over the deck right here, it got caught on something, and I'm not sure what it is, and I couldn't see it, and it just was like kind of hanging there for a second, and then it fell in. Well, I am imagining that whatever that is, I tore a hole likely in the bottom layer, not any of the pontoons or anything that you inflate, but I think the bottom layer has a hole. So I'm gonna pull that out and check it out and see what's going on with that. And that'll give me an idea if I should really scrap it, or, you know, because I'll at least give it to a friend. I got a couple of friends that might want it, and I'd prefer it to get used rather than just go to the landfill. But let's pull that sucker out. Oh, and look, you know, I had this like boat flooring stuff in storage for a long time, and I might have shown this a long time ago, but I originally put it in here on the floor in my head, and it's been in here for years now, and it's worked great. And so I figured, you know, let's use, and all the rest of it has been stored up underneath the V-berth. So like, let's use the rest of it. So I took the time of putting it on the inflatable floor, stuck it all on there. I didn't do a great job. It was kind of a shoddy job, actually. The first piece went on good, second piece is not so good. But I wasted all that flooring because now the dinghy's not that great. But so anyways, let's pull it out of the water and see where that hole is. I also made this little thing right here with some of that flooring. I had this piece of wood here for a long time, and that was the intention, is to create a little step for when people come on here, even if my cushion is here, to place this on top of the cushion so that people have a place to step when they come on, because you know, it's a Catalina 30, it's built really well, it's a tank, you know, the hull is a tank, but some of these other parts, the fiberglass is just, you know, production boat. And it's 48 years old, so after 48 years of people coming on and off of the boat, you know, I should probably start thinking about protecting this fiberglass here, because you can feel it sink in just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit when you get on, and I don't want that to escalate. So I made this little guy. So that's where you step when you get on the boat. But anyways, let's go pull that dinghy out and see if we can find a leak in it. See, that's nice. I'm not putting any wear and tear on my storage lockers or anything. Well, let's check this bad boy out right here. Alrighty. Yeah, I found the culprit. Check this out. This thing's... How's it going, dude? So look at this right here. This is all delammed, and it's going right into the boat. So dang it, I'm not sure how to fix that. I will have to do a little research because it's all in very good tact. So when it was coming over, something probably snagged this, and then the weight of it pulled it up as it came down, and the rest is history. But that is the problem right there. So as we were out in the harbor, that was just bringing water in, and we were sitting there, and I looked down at my feet and I was like, Oh wow, we've got a lot of water. Anyways, this is a first.
Let's get out of here.
We have a lot of water in here.
I've been 20 miles.
I know. Jimmy's like, what's this little
My shoes are soaked.
area?
No,
I'm glad I
mine
didn't
are.
bring my phone. My phone's back at the boat. It's not taking on water.
This is live action, Tawny. Look at
Oh my
Jimmy's
god.
bailing us out with our red Solo cup.
Help.
We're in a dinghy and water's coming in. So we have a long way to go.
I want my mom.
I want my mommy.
We came with Misty.
So there's the end of that. That's what's going on with that bad boy. Okay, like I said, I don't have a big video plan, so I'm just gonna show you a couple problems with the boat. Here's another thing right now. I have on my new Dodger, right? I just had this thing made. I haven't even had it a year. The guy that built it, he does a great job. The sewing is fabulous. The tightness, I've seen a lot of Dodgers that are really loose and wavy, and this one is really, really nice. Just a couple of things need to get fixed. Right here, we have a snap on top of a snap. So what this does is you have a snap that holds the Dodger itself, or the Dodger canvas to the wall of the boat. Then this snap goes on top of that snap, so that the cover stays on. So it goes on top like that. It's getting a little shaded, it's hard to see. But what happened is the top snap that for the cover is a stronger connection than the other one. So when I pull off the cover, it ripped the bottom snap through the Dodger. So now that's got to be repaired. Not a big deal. I'm pretty sure you could do that with just a crimper. But I think I'm gonna let the guy that built this fix that, because it should last longer than that. And you know, I haven't used it. I haven't even taken this hood off 20 times yet. I don't think. Maybe, well, whatever. That needs to be fixed. I've got another one. Exact same thing right here. Exact same problem. So, two of those are messed up. Third problem with the Dodger. Where is it? Right here. This overlaps, and then this zipper secures it. Well, there's no stop. There's nothing crimped on there that makes the zipper stop at the end. So last night when we were hanging out, my buddy, he saw that it was open just a little bit, and he went to close it, and the freaking zipper just came right off. I don't even know where it is right now. I better find it. But the zipper just came right off. So gotta get some sort of stop or crimp or something on there so that it doesn't, so my zippers don't come off. Little problems, little fixes. As you can see, my bimini is gone. Because I have already contacted Wayne to get a new bimini built. I had originally sewn that bimini that I've been using all this time. I sewed that myself, and it lasted. It was only about 50, maybe 60 bucks total to do it all, and it lasted a really long time. So I'm pretty stoked on that. But not too long ago, when I had these handles made, he put this zipper on, and this zipper is going to connect to the bimini so that we can have a not full enclosure, but full shade. Don't really, it's not like it's the tropics here. It's not like it's the Bahamas and I'm dying of heat, but it's nice to have it. And I'm still kind of on the fence if I have it, because as you can see right there, for this weekend, for Memorial Weekend, I went and bought another umbrella. It's such a simple solution. You just put the umbrella in here and the whole cockpit is shaded. Now, we didn't end up having guests over in the daytime where I needed to use it, but I'm contemplating just using that, you know, for the full enclosure. But I still do like to have my bimini because you could put the solar on top of the bimini. Anyways, gonna get the bimini. I've actually already started welding what I did is I took my bimini off and I extended the legs 14 inches each, so it can go a little higher and a little wider. That's what I want. I want it to be a little wider. So I'm in the process of figuring out what I want to do with that. And as you know, I've talked about it in the past, the bimini and the stuff that's up there cast shadows on these solar panels. Ever since I've taken the bimini off, the solar panels have really performed a lot better. Here's my Victron app, and you can see these high spikes. That's when I've taken it off, and that was what it was yielding before I took the bimini off. So you can see I'm getting a lot more power with the bimini off. I've noticed a huge jump in my my Victron stats for how much it's generating. Also, I unplugged my battery charger, so only the solar panels are charging both battery banks, just these 200 watts, and it's been keeping up with the fridge. The fridge is the only thing I leave on 24/7. Everything else, we just turn it on when we get here, but it's been keeping up. Now today, it just cleared up and got sunny now, but it's been overcast pretty much all day. So let's check real quick. You can see right here that we are at 90%. Now let's look at the app real quick, the Watt Cycle app. Thank you, Watt Cycle. See what the charge is, because it charges off of the DC to DC charger. So 100% running the fridge. Running the fridge right there. So battery bank A here uses the DC to DC charger. The other battery, the Watt Cycle 280 amp hours underneath there, which powers the fridge and the DC hot water heater. I don't leave the water heater on, but I do leave the fridge on. And that battery is at 100% from the DC to DC charger. And with just the 200 watt panels, 100 watt panels, my batteries are at 90%, and it's been overcast pretty much all day. Yesterday when I came to the boat around 11 in the morning, it was already topped off at 100%. So be looking out for some product videos. I'm gonna do quite a bit of those coming up, show you guys some gadgets and boat upgrades. I was a little jealous of Mark and Chris having the Orca, so I reached out to Orca and they hooked me up with a package. So we're gonna be installing the Orca brain, whatever they call that, I'll look into it, and the little screen. What's cool about the little Orca screen is I can have it mounted here at the nav desk. They have different mounts, so basically you could it's a tablet, a waterproof tablet, so you can bring it around the boat anywhere. Just don't drop it in the water and lose it. But sit at the helm, sit at the nav desk, wherever you're at, you can control most and have access to most of your boat data. So lots of product videos coming up. What else do I got? Orca is a big one. What is this? Oh, this I just couldn't say no to. I just couldn't say no to it. It's so cool. This is a 3D, it's not 3D, it's a projector. And when I powered it up, it's actually really, it's actually really bright and pretty awesome. So you pair it with your phone and you can use, project wherever you want, have a big screen. It adjusts the picture on the wall for you, so you don't have to play with settings, and it's super bright. And when it's in your hand, it's solid. It's girthy. It's got some weight to it. So I'm excited to get into that one a little bit. Not that I'm even going to need a big old screen here on the boat. I just couldn't say no to it. I don't know what else to say. So I said yes. I'll make a video of it. So kind of sold out on that one. And then, like I said, Orca's a box back there. What else do we got? There's all my safety stuff. This, I forgot to mention. So, we got a new handheld we'll be reviewing. And then this is my new Quark Elect. They gave me a bunch of stuff, but anyways, it's an AIS. So Stoked is getting AIS. I'm super stoked on that. We're gonna get AIS installed. What I realized today when I was talking to Mark and Chris is that the splitter that I bought from Shakespeare, it's not active and it's for receive only. So I kind of messed up. You know, I bought it hastily and it's been over 30 days. Hopefully I can return it. But I need an active splitter for AIS. So I gotta get that before I can install that. I've reached out to Quark Elect to see if they have an active splitter. Hopefully they do. And we'll get that sucker installed. Anyways, that's all for now. There's more and I could just keep talking, but this is just talking head video. And here's my little chingadera AC. It's getting freaking hot in here. I might have to fire that thing up. But that's all for now. Let me know what you think of all this stuff, you know, especially the dinghy. My dumb mistakes on that. Wasted all that good adhesive flooring, and the dinghy's broken now. Anyways, whatever. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get a better video out to you guys soon. Take it easy. Cheers.